Worthing FC TV was manager Chris Agutter following our 5-2 victory over Dagenham Redbridge. Aggie, a 5-star display here in the capital. What was your thoughts after that reference game?
Yeah, great one for the neutral. Great one for the Worthing fans as well. Positive, as I said, going forwards we look a real threat. Continue to look a real threat. Some of the passages of play in the first half were very good. Clear progress. Disappointed with the 2 goals conceded. The first goal's too easy. Getting down the side far too easily. And then the second goal is, well, I've got no idea what that is, but yeah, loads of positives. As I said, really good going forward. Still loads to improve on. Could have had a few more. Had the goal that went over the line that wasn't given. One Lino's eyesight's better than the others, clearly. Yeah, we're improving, which is the main thing for sure.
And coming to a place like this and scoring 5 goals on the road, that must be incredible. You must be pretty proud of your team.
Yeah, look, we're happy. As I said, without sounding like a broken record, performances are improving. But if I'm being honest, without being disrespectful, when we come to Dagenham, it was the same as when we played Dorking last year and Bournemouth and teams that are perceived as bigger clubs. We don't go into these games with any attitude other than to go and win. So yeah, it's obviously great to win. Great to win with a big margin. Positive also to beat a team who I think will be a direct rival for us. So yeah, it's still 3 points, and as I said, it's the biggest positive is the improvement in performances. And we're learning as well. Like Sam Beard's played in the field today and was outstanding. Toby Byron's come back into the side, who's probably been the unluckiest player at the club to not have played every minute of every game, and he's come back in today and been great. So yeah, there's loads of positives. As a team, performance was really good. Still plenty to work on though. But we're starting to build a bit of momentum, which is good.
Just tactically, we started the game with a back 4 and 3 in the third. What was the sort of thinking behind that formation?
Well, it's based on what the opposition do. So we've done a load of work this week on what we thought Dagenham might do. They didn't do that, so then we initially started with 5, but we had to change a couple of minutes into the game really, so it was more adapting to what they were offering up, as opposed to us going with a particular plan.
And all goals were great in their own respective way, but Raz on the grass, 85th minute free kick was unbelievable.
Yeah, Raz has been excellent. He's produced some match-winning moments, which is great, which is obviously why he was brought in, but the biggest positive is the work ethic and the team-first mentality. So he's obviously played inside the pitch the last couple of weeks and been very good. And you can't play inside the pitch for us if you're not going to do the other side of the game. So the goal was magnificent. Some great moments in general. I think he was probably involved in all of our best attacking moments, somewhere or another. But the risk of sounding boring, the bit that I like the most is the stuff off the ball, the tracking runners, the winning second ball, and the uglier side of the game, because that ultimately is what wins your games. You know what I mean? Like, we've got no doubt Raz can produce magic moments. He's done that already for fun. His highlight reel for the season already is he's better than most people's for their career, to be fair. So, but the biggest positive is how hard he's working for the team, and I think in general the team worked incredibly hard today. That's the biggest positive. We've found our legs again in the last 3 or 4 games. We've found our intensity again. We found our, as I said, running power, and that's what made us, or was one of the reasons we were a good side last year. So to have rediscovered that is probably the biggest impact on why we've started to turn draws into wins and putting more points on the board.
back-to-back victories heading into our FA Cup game against Jersey next week. You must be really proud of how the boys responded after a tough start.
Yeah, I mean, we've always focused on performances. I genuinely believe we could be sitting here having won 8 out of 8. I don't think the performances have been night and day from the first game of the season. I just think we're improving 2%, 3%, 4%, and like we said, it's an extension of pre-season. We're now out of that period. We're getting closer to knowing what our best team is, I think. It was a slow start, but like I said, it was very similar to last year. The only difference is last year I didn't have a clue what our best team was till probably November. Whereas now I feel like we're getting there a lot quicker, which is great. We're moving in the right direction. So really positive to go into that FA Cup game. It's almost like a mini international break from the league season. It's really important to have had a positive result in the league, which is ultimately what we judged on, as opposed to a negative result hanging over us for a couple of weeks. So we go into that game knowing that Jersey are going to be a very good side. They've had loads of success, they're used to winning, and we know we're going to need to continue to improve if we're going to progress in that competition and build on recent league form.
Cheers, Aggie.
Cheers, Jude.